and welcome to this month's Mediocre Entertainment Monthly, which was May 2013. Basically on this show, I have various sections, such as the intro, TV, games, YouTube, anime, whatever it is. But basically, you know, it's basically on the second Wednesday every month, and I have many different topics, and I basically talk about crap, basically, about all of these lot, because, not in a negative way, just generally, I don't know why you're watching this show. What entertainment is there? I mean, okay, anyway, let's begin with the first topic. TV. Yes, for once I have TV. A little while ago, HBO, the, you know, that American television network, licensed Monster. And if you don't know what Monster is an anime and so basically a manga with an anime adaptation of 74 episodes long. My goodness, it's good so far. I'm watching it so far. I wouldn't have talked about it if I didn't like start watching it, but my God, it's awesome. It's good. It's basically a psychological thriller about this doctor who makes a choice to save either this young boy who has had a bullet shot in his head or the mayor, and he chose the young boy. And then 9 years later, it turns out, because he thinks all life is equal. Well, from that boy, he learns that all life is equal. However, 9 years later, he realizes that this could be a grave mistake for what the boy becomes. And it's really good so far. I'm 7 episodes in. 7. It's really good so far. I'm 7 episodes in, and you guys should watch it if or read the manga or either way, because they're pretty much the same in a way, because the anime is a pretty good adaptation of the manga, definitely. But yeah, anyway, about HBO licensing it. Now HBO have a good record of the licensing stuff, so with them licensing stuff, they could actually make this work. And the way Monster's not too Eastern, it's actually quite, well, it is set in Germany, so although the main character Tenma is Japanese, but the rest of the characters are in fact German. But yeah, if they do it right, they could, well, you know, the only localization they would really have to make is possibly Tenma, Dr. Tenma, because he's Japanese. They might make him American or something. I don't really mind too much. They might keep him Japanese. You know, HBO are pretty open about all that stuff. It's not completely closed. But, you know, if it does that, maybe more people will like get into, you know, Monster. They might even get into anime, because, you know, with a good live action adaptation, some people will check out the source material. That is a given. Well, it's not given, but I mean, most of the time that happens, people check out the source material. And yeah, that'll be pretty good if it does actually do that. But I don't think it will as such. But it definitely will get people to check out Monster. So that's that. I hope HBO succeed, by the way. And I will be watching it. Next, we have games, and this time we have Nintendo cancelling their main E3 conference. So basically, Nintendo think it's a big waste of money to, you know, because usually all three of the big three companies, Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft, have big conferences at E3 showcasing everything they have. And Nintendo are not doing it this year. They want to have smaller sessions basically, and they want to use Nintendo Directs. They want to use a combination of those two. So at E3 they'll be doing Nintendo Directs, and at the moment what's confirmed, they'll have 2 sessions. One session was a hands-on Wii U session with Reggie as the host kind of person. I hope that works out for them though. So, you know, it is a good idea, because Nintendo, if you look at the last few conferences, they haven't been great. Not just Nintendo, Sony, or Microsoft, just all 3 of them. And it does seem like E3 is getting less and less significant. I know it should be the thing for everything, but it just isn't treated that way anymore. However, this year, I don't know, this year shouldn't be the time to do it, because this year could get interesting thanks to the PS4 and the rumored 720. If they're going to showcase a lot of stuff at E3, then Nintendo are in big trouble. That's why, in my opinion, Nintendo shouldn't do it this year, just because of Sony and Microsoft during their stuff. And I like Sony and Microsoft, you know, more Sony, I don't really care. I'm sorry. But I do like Nintendo, and you know, they really should have a big conference trying to show everything they got. Give it their all. Just make them give it their all. I understand Nintendo Directs are cool and all, and that's cool, but really, just this year, okay? Just until, you know, the 2 consoles launch, and then after that you can do your small conferences. But I don't think but they've already said it, so we'll see how it goes. And then we have YouTube. Well, today we have the no dislikes bug. So basically, the likes and the dislikes are combined into likes only, and every video is having 0 dislikes. Some people say it's a bug, but actually some people will say it's like a test, kinda, by YouTube, or an experiment. And I don't blame them, but, you know, as for likes and dislikes being combined, that's not a great idea, because, well, I think it just should be likes alone, because, you know, if you got, like, 1 like and 5 million dislikes, turning them into likes would make 5,000,001 likes. It's not always good, because that's not actually accurate. Just get rid of the dislikes, just hide them, personally. Now you probably wonder, I'll say that and talk about that in a second. Actually I'll talk about that now. But in my opinion, the dislikes are kind of pointless, because I know some people can say, oh, the dislikes are so bad, but I know that's their choice, and I understand their point of view. I'm not going to rant about them, because this is one of the points in YouTube, but I kind of understand why completely understand why the other side doesn't like this. But honestly, I rarely dislike videos. If I just don't like it, I just move on. I know some people use it to dislike videos, and that's fine and all, but personally, I feel dislikes are pointless, because if someone disliked a video of mine, and then I look at it, and then I don't know what's wrong with my video. Is it this? Is it that? What is it? But if they don't leave a comment, then how am I supposed to know? And that's why I think it just should be. I think likes still play kind of a role, but then again, there's also that. But I'll talk about why likes kind of might stay, will probably stay, but as for dislikes, I don't really see it, and people do use it to troll. I think the only real advantage is spam videos, but you should use the flagging feature, let's be honest. Even then, some people abuse that, but everything's gonna be abused, okay? But honestly, I prefer, like, Facebook. I know I dislike, you know, me and my Facebook. We don't like each other much, but the thing is, I like the fact that they, you know, it was super wild to think about it, but I do actually like the fact they don't have any dislikes, because if they had a lot of dislikes, the amount of bullying, I mean, there's already a lot, but the amount of bullying that would happen would increase by quite a bit, and it just wouldn't work. I mean, they removed it on freaking Little Planet 2, and there's a good reason why, because a load of comments on one of, you know, Theo and I can't remember his name, and basically he made a keyboard, and he was making the logic of the keyboard. They made a keyboard, and they got an it was an MM pit basically, and a lot of people complained that, oh, I could do this better and stuff, but you know, now this is after the dislike thing, you know, the dislikes got removed. The thing is, if they weren't removed, there will be disliked so much, and it was an MM pit. But I mean, in my opinion, it deserves to be an MM pick, but that's their thing. But you know, and then Vimeo doesn't have a dislike button either. You know, it doesn't really matter too much, like the dislike button. You still have opinion, just comment. I actually, if anything, it encourages people to actually comment, because I want people to comment why they dislike this, that, and the other. I don't want, like, people just disliking. It annoys me because I don't know what's wrong. I want to know what's wrong so I can improve. That's why I ask for stuff. I want to know what's wrong. But anyway, the other thing that, you know, why this could be, you know, experiment is because with getting rid of dislikes, this actually helps with Google Plus integration, which I mentioned in a video a while ago in the Sky discussion, which was recently-ish. I don't know, a while ago, recently-ish, I don't know. But yeah, replacing likes with +1s, that's... Now, some people are gonna go, ah, it's so bad, it's worth my Google Plus, but I think it's a good idea. And personally, I'd rather +1 something than just like, because it will still affect search results, because likes and +1s both affect search results. So, it's all just one thing with Google Plus being in hum and all that part, but that might help with Google Plus integration, who knows? Maybe, if not, if people really hate, like, the dislikes, then really hate, like, people actually leave YouTube, they might maybe include a -1 button. Well, that probably won't be the best idea. I mean, yeah, stuff like that, just people won't like that, but the thing is, because it will just open up to abuse here and there and the other, you know what I mean. But anyway, that's it for now, so yeah, tell me what you thought of all this, you know, my opinions on the likes, dislikes, about Nintendo canceling their conference, and about Monster being licensed by HBO. By the way, you should totally watch that series, it's a good show, go watch it or read the manga, just one of the two. It's long, but it's worth it. For now, guys, until next month, I shall leave you, so yeah, goodbye!